So after I fill up my Robobrew using a charcoal filter from the tap that's ran through a whole house filter, I then treat it with some salts. This one is calcium chloride. It'll make everything, the malt, stand out, give a little bit more roundness. And then I also use gypsum, and that will bring out and sharpen up hop flavor and other types of acid type of tastes. So what I usually end up doing is I had my water tested from a place that you send it out to. I forgot the name of it. Ward Labs. Ward, W-A-R-D Labs. Send them a bottle, pay like $40. But come to find out that your municipality tap water changes season to season, month to month, and whatnot. So what I end up doing is I usually fill up the total amount of water. I use one Camden tablet. Oops, sorry guys. One Camden tablet, crushed up, add it in there, let it sit overnight. I then set the Robobrew. You can see on the top, I don't know if you can see, this is S2 is blinking right now. S1 is usually 8 hours of delay, and it sits overnight, and it circulates with the pump on, and that drives off any type of chlorine. Then after 8 hours it switches to S2, which then heats up to my strike water, which is 170 degrees. I then dump out and strain off the water from my sparge and leave just the strike water. Keeping it at 170 degrees, I add the salts, the calcium chloride and gypsum. Based upon a water report that you can get from your municipality, which is usually a year old, you can also get it tested from Ward Labs or another reputable lab. But what I did was I bought the Lamont water kit. It came with a handy dandy pH meter and everything that you need in order to test your water. So I tested it about a month ago when I did my last brew, and it showed that everything was kind of low. So on average, with all my brews, for 5 gallons, I usually use 6 grams, and I weigh it out on a scale. You see here, I press it, get that out right. You see how it says grams? I then weigh it out, 6 grams of each, calcium chloride and gypsum, dump it only into my mash water. I then let it circulate as it's heating up, and I let it run after it mashes in for about 15 minutes. I'm only about 7 minutes in. So another 7 minutes I will check the pH. I'll put a little sample into the stainless steel bowl you probably see back there, and I will check it. So and then if I'll be at around a 5.8, 5.7, because I didn't put any acidulated malt in here. I will add lactic acid that you see right there with the syringe, and it's usually about 6 milliliters. Will bring me down to a 5.2 from like a 5.8, 5.9. I'll let you know what I use based upon Brewer's Friend, and I'll input my water report that I did from the Lamont kit and the pH, and check with acidification using lactic acid 88%, and it'll tell me how much I need to add to my mash water. Sparge water, don't care about. I don't acidify it, I don't put in any minerals or salts in it. It's just H2O from the tap that's been heated up to 170 and just sitting. I also took a sample of wort, and it was sitting at 506. I ended up adding about 3 milliliters of lactic acid directly to the mash at around 30 minutes. I'm just taking a sample now, and I'm at 5.18, 5.19, so 5.2.